And in the case of For Whom the Bell Tolls, for the first time, Playhouse 90 wanted to do a 3-hour production of it. But the rights had already been sold, I think, to 20th Century Fox. And they had already done a movie with Ingrid Bergman and Gary Cooper, a big movie. But they wanted to do this version with Jason Robards and Maria Schell. However, they couldn't get the rights from 20th Century until finally, with a lot of persuasion and transfer of money, 20th Century said, all right, we'll give you the rights to do the movie in a 3-hour version. At this point, they wanted to tape it because you had to do it in wild country. But they said, we won't allow you to tape the pivotal scene of the movie, which is when Cooper gets in a sleeping bag with Maria Schell, and they have their intimate moment, and she says, I felt the earth move, the famous line that came from it. What you got to do is, you can tape the whole movie, but for that scene, in order that you not have a complete movie that you can sell, you've got to go back to the studio and cut to the two of them live doing that scene in the sleeping bag. So those were the kind of things that happened that were just luck, and that made something better than it was. And to top it off, I was, at the time that they telecast it in 2 parts. Part 2 was on the air on the day that I was driving with Ernest and Mary from Ketchum to Key West. I was the designated driver. Along about the time when the telecast would be on, I thought he paid no attention to any of this. Ernest said, hey, Hotch, I didn't see part 1, I want to see part 2. Let's stop at the first motel we come to. Now, this is back in early television days. And motels don't have a television in every room. They have one in the lobby. So Ernest walks in, and the proprietor behind the desk nearly falls over. It's a little Texas town. And Ernest said, listen, something I want to see on television. Can you take that up to a room? And I want to check in the room, and I want to see this show. Oh, yes, Mr. Hemingway. So they took it up to the room. It was a small room. It was a big, clunky television set. Ernest and Mary got on the bed, and we turned on the set. CBS. But it was snow. Snow-driven screen. And of course, the proprietor's there. He said, oh, it's all right, Mr. Hemingway. All you do is hold the antenna. If you hold it in your hand, and it came on clear. And the proprietor said, well, Mr. Hemingway, I'll be glad, I'll stay here and hold it for you. No, I'll let Hotch do it. I nearly died. So here, I've done this thing, I've written this thing, and I have to sit next to the television set, holding the antenna, watching the two of them, watching this, For Whom the Bell Tolls. He liked it so much, he went to the phone and called Maria Schell, who was an Austrian actress, and congratulated her. And she told me later, she said, I nearly fell over. I've done a lot of things on this. Nobody ever calls me and thanks me. They just take it for granted. Oh, you're an actress, you're supposed to do that. So those are the interesting things that happen during the course of all this.